Hey everybody, this is Dan from SoCal Creature, and in this episode we're going to be kayaking Newport Bay. We're going to take a look at 3 locations to launch your kayaks, and me and I are going to meet up with some friends for a trip from the back bay down and around Lido Isle. Newport Bay probably has 100 places to launch a kayak, but these are the 3 that I use. They'll all get you to the same places, but which one's best for you just depends on where you want to go, how far you want to paddle, and whether or not you need to rent a kayak. Harbor Patrol is close to the entrance channel, so this is a great spot to stop if you want to go out on the open ocean. This end of the bay has a ton of sea lions, so you're probably going to see them sitting on the docks. And the east side of the channel is made up of sandstone cliffs with a bunch of really cool small coves that you can paddle into. About a half mile out to sea, you'll come across this large buoy with about a dozen sea lions sitting on it. This is actually a pretty popular spot and gets kind of crowded with kayaks and other boats coming by. Parking at Harbor Patrol is free, and they have a small beach with volleyball courts and picnic tables. But they do not do kayak rentals here, so you'll need to bring your own. Southwind Kayak is a good place to go if you need to rent kayaks or paddle boards. It's also more centrally located in the bay. A nearby attraction is the lagoon at Newport Dunes, and the Back Bay Bistro is a great spot to paddle in for lunch and cocktails. And last but not least is the Newport Aquatic Center. Even though this one is a mile further inland than Southwind Kayak Center, this one is my favorite. They also rent kayaks and paddle boards here, and they have a ton of space. Even on the busiest days, we've always been able to find a parking spot and a place on the beach to throw up a canopy and chairs. This is where Mia and I met up with 2 of my buddies from work, Guru and Robert, collectively known as the Lost Boys, and my old friend Rob, whose kayak is outfitted with a solar-powered trolling motor, because he's cool like that. Together with a few of their kids, our group set out from Newport Aquatic Center, down to the Lower Newport Bay, around Lido Isle, and then back home. A 5.5 mile trip that took us about 3 hours. Right out of the launch, the boys cut off this paddleboarder. Probably an accident because they're new at this, but maybe not. Sorry, guy. One of the great things about the Newport Bay is the diversity of the scenery. From the nature preservation areas of the upper Newport Bay, to the high-end mansions and yachts along the shore, to the Balboa fun zone, to the sandstone cliffs, there's a little bit of everything here.
What's up, Guru? Coming to get ya.
The docks and boat slips along the shore have a lot of fun obstacles you can paddle your way through if you want to test your maneuvering skills.
Nice and easy, guys. Slowly. Get the water, guys. Come on. Toss the powers in.
Mia liked this boat's name, Mia Lucia.
Say what's up? Yeah, we be like that here.
Mia always gets the high-end kayak that comes with reverse. Show off. A lot of the boat names and even some of the boats are good for a laugh. As you near the northwest tip of Lido Isle, keep an eye out for a ship called the Wild Goose. This ship was the former family yacht for the man who shot Liberty Valance, the Duke, John Wayne. Built during World War II, it was originally a minesweeper for the U.S. Navy. It was decommissioned shortly after the war ended and changed hands between a few private owners before John Wayne purchased it in 1962. John Wayne owned the ship for another 17 years and used it for both his family and as a set for multiple movies. The ship's still in operation today and is used for dinner cruises and private events. All right, we're coming up on the halfway point here. It's almost time to turn around. We're gonna pull up on this little beach here and take a break, crack open some beers, and make some warm spots in the water, if you know what I'm saying.
How far? Like this far.
Time to head back. We're going to pass underneath the Lido Isle Bridge and then head back on the West Lido Channel. Watch out for those pilings. These two boats together sound like a call to violence. When we first met up at the beach, Guru asked me if I remembered my rubber duckies, and he seemed surprised to find out that that wasn't on my list of essential gear. Here's where I thought I was going to be slick and slip through underneath this catamaran, but the catamaran said nay, and I ended up going for another swim.
Yeah, he jumped it.
I managed to save everything except the camera holder I jerry-rigged out of the post for my oscillating fan. Now I gotta jerry-rig a post for my oscillating fan.
Hello.
Watch out for those pilings. The tide had gone down a little bit, and this little channel was just barely deep enough to pass through.
Yeah, I bottomed out a little bit.
A little bit of a paddle malfunction here. Looks like it kicked into hyperdrive. That's too bad for the kayak behind him. And here we are pulling back to the Newport Aquatic Center. We are definitely done paddling, and we have definitely worked up an appetite. We're going to head over to Caliente Southwest Grill, just a few minutes from the Aquatic Center. They've got great Mexican food here at a low price, so this is a regular stop for us after a day on the bay. I recommend the flauta plate. And before we go, I've got a hotel recommendation for you. We stayed at the Marriott Bayview, and it does have a great bay view, so it's not just a clever name. We stayed in the doors room, but we did get out alive. They got those fancy $7 waters, lobby noodles. It wasn't too expensive, and it was in a great location for us. It was only a couple minutes from the Newport Aquatic Center, and it's got easy access to the Bayview Trail, which is a great place to take a morning stroll before you go kayaking. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. For more information on any of these places, check out the video description below. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button or leave me a comment. If you feel like taking the plunge and making the big commitment, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. It doesn't cost you a dime, and you can cancel at any time.